Stephen Ryan Voto was 14 and had recently lost his father to lung cancer when a priest in his Greenwich Village parish began inviting him to sleep over at the rectory. His mother was happy, he recalled, because she revered priests. In particular, she loved the Reverend Robert V. Lott, the man who had befriended her son. He had ministered to the boy's dying father, and was starting charitable organizations. Before his death in 2002, Father Lott's reputation grew, as he led an effort to build hundreds of low-income housing units in East Harlem. To this day, an assisted living center, a home health care organization, a community development corporation, and a charitable foundation in East Harlem are named for him. But those nights at the rectory were not innocent. In August, Mr. Ryan Voto was awarded a $500,000 settlement for sexual abuse by Father Lott. The money was from a program being run by the Archdiocese of New York to compensate those sexually abused by priests. In an interview, Mr. Ryan Voto said he was abused more than 50 times between 1975 and 1985, in acts ranging from fondling to sodomy. But he kept silent, in part because after the abuse ended, he became a priest. Mr. Ryan Voto, who was known as Father Ryan for nearly 20 years, is one of 181 victims who have been awarded settlements by the New York Archdiocese for sexual abuse by priests or deacons in claims reaching back to the 1950s. The deadline for victims to apply is Wednesday. Mr. Ryan Voto spoke about his abuse on Thursday, and plans to hold a news conference on Monday to encourage more victims to step forward. By going public, he becomes one of only a handful of Roman Catholic priests nationally who have spoken about their own clergy's sexual abuse. He is also the first person to name Father Lott as an abuser, forcing a reassessment of a man some called a saint. "This is not a happy day for me, and I'm not thrilled about it," said Mr. Ryan Voto, 55, who lives in the Albany area and works at a college convenience store. "But it is something I had to do from the deepest core of my being. If I'm going to be transparent and honest and expect that of others, then I need to do it. I truly believe," he added, "that although it is going to sully the name of someone a lot of people look up to, it's truthful. And in the Bible, it says, the truth will set you free." Most victims of childhood sexual abuse in New York State have been unable to sue or file charges against their abusers because the statute of limitations requires that they report the abuse before age 23. Most victims are unable to come forward until they are older because of the trauma, psychologists say. A group of legislators and victims advocates have pushed to relax the statute, but the bill has not passed the state legislature, in part because of lobbying from Catholic bishops. This year, the bishops began offering an alternative form of justice to those who claimed abuse by their priests. The New York, Brooklyn, and Rockville Center dioceses have each begun independent mediation panels, which offer victims monetary settlements for their abuse if they agree to drop further legal action. The Independent Reconciliation and Compensation Programs, as they are formally known, are being administered by Ken Feinberg and Camille S.